Hi guys, and welcome back to another video where today we're going to be predicting the scores of week 16 of the 2019-2020 Premier League season. Now, at this point in our videos, we normally look back at last game weeks. However, we're slap bang right in the middle of game week 15 at the moment. There were 2 games played last night. There's about, 6-7 tonight, and then there's another 2 or 3 tomorrow night, which is Thursday as well. But what we can say is last night there was 2 fixtures: Palace against Bournemouth, Burnley against Manchester City. You had 2 points for 2 correct results. I had 2 points for 2 correct results, and the viewers had 2 points as well, played by Lazarus Mungo. But we're going to do the full spiel of the results for week 15, for week 16 in the week 17 prediction video. So that's enough of that. Let's crack on and make some predictions for this weekend, which is week 16.
Okay, so first up we have the 12:30 kickoff between Everton and Chelsea. Now, Everton losing the last 2 games, obviously, narrowly against Leicester and against terrible Norwich as well. And they're coming up against a Chelsea team who have also lost their last 2 matches. So I was thinking about putting a draw in this, but because of the way Everton have been playing recently, and I just can't see them winning. I just can't see them beating Chelsea. And I can only see one result in this one: 3-0 to Chelsea with a Marco Silva sacking.
Yeah, it's very difficult this match to actually predict because Liverpool are playing Everton in the Merseyside derby this evening, kicking off in about half an hour's time. If Everton lose this evening, will they lose their manager as well?
It'll be after this weekend.
Or do you think it will be next weekend? But if they turn it around tonight, then maybe it'll be given a little bit of respite. In this match though, Chelsea, of course, what you said, they're losing 2 matches on the bounce. One against West Ham last week as well tonight. I know that Tammy Abraham starts this evening for Chelsea at home against Aston Villa. So Everton, this could end up in a draw, but I'm going to go for a Chelsea away victory. They've done pretty well on the road this season, so I'm going to go for a 2-1 win to Chelsea in this one. Next up, we've got Bournemouth at home to Liverpool in the first of the 3 o'clock kickoffs on Saturday. Bournemouth find themselves at the moment in 12th position. Liverpool, of course, phenomenal, winning 13 matches out of 14. That could change, but
could be an invincible season. You
never know.
First Premier League title of Liverpool, Invincibles.
As I think I've said on previous videos, Liverpool are only winning by the 1 goal. They're conceding goals as well. So I think Bournemouth will get on the score sheet, even though I think they struggled to last weekend. I think Liverpool will score more goals though. They got just too much for them going forward, and I'm going to go for a 2-1 away victory to Liverpool.
Interesting. I'm actually going to go for a 3-0 away victory to Liverpool, mainly because Bournemouth's awful form. Yes, they do. They have an alright defence, but I just really think Liverpool are going to shut down. They're going to want to keep another clean sheet, and I just think Liverpool are going to dominate. Bournemouth are going to be in a rough patch, I reckon, for a while now. I think they're going to start to lose 6-7 on the bounce, and then they're going to start to turn it around maybe in January, I reckon. So, 3-0 to Liverpool. Next up, we got Spurs versus Burnley. Now, Jose Mourinho winning all 3 of his first 3 matches in charge. Absolutely fantastic. Really turned it around with Spurs winning, obviously, their first away game in 10 months. Burnley losing 4-1 to Man City last night. What a goal from Rodri, I believe. Absolutely smashed it into the top net of the goal. What a stunning goal that was last night. But I mean, Spurs, their role's going to be on for quite a while now, I reckon. They're just going to keep climbing up the table. Mourinho is going to have them fired up, ready, and wanting them to get Champions League qualification as a minimum this season. So I can definitely see Spurs winning this one 2-1.
Yeah, I think Spurs are going to win this one as well. They are up against Manchester United as we speak at the moment, or in 10 minutes time kick-off. I think Burnley stuttering at the moment, you could say, losing their last 2 matches. I think Spurs finding form. The players are finding form. Dele Alli is actually scoring goals.
He's actually doing something.
In amongst the goals at the moment. Defensively, okay, they look to be shipping goals at the back, and Mourinho really needs to, I think, address that sooner or later. Otherwise, if they're not scoring, they're not going to be winning these matches. So, but in this one, in London, at the new Spurs Stadium. I'm going to go for a 3-1 victory to Tottenham in this one. Next up, we've got Watford, bottom of the table. Watford against Crystal Palace.
Terrible Watford.
Crystal Palace having a little bit of a resurgence run at the moment. Find themselves in 5th position, having 2 very good victories on the trot, winning last night. Okay, it was a narrow victory over Bournemouth, and Bournemouth did have chances themselves to get on the score sheet, but Crystal Palace went a man that, I think they had a player sent off as well. Sacco,
the face terrible, when he got sent off, those
terrible challenge. And prior to that, an excellent victory against Burnley away. So I think that form's going to continue, especially against Watford, and I'm going to go for a 1-0 away victory to the Eagles in this one.
Yeah, Watford sacking yet another manager. I think
the revolving door there at
massive revolving door. I think that's their 9th or 10th manager since 2012 or something ridiculous. But they haven't replaced him. Honestly, with the amount of fixtures piling up, especially at the start of December, why would you sack him now? What are you thinking, Watford board? Honestly, I mean, you could have, after the Leicester match, you could have easily sacked him, even though you'll probably you'll probably lose your next 3 games. But it's going to be a narrow 1-0 Palace victory here.
Same as me.
Same as you, indeed. And moving on to the Manchester derby, we've got Man City versus Man United. Now, Man City, 32 points. You're looking at a solid 8 points behind Liverpool at the moment. That could change later on. But yeah, and then Man United all the way down in 10th, starting also stuttering as well, drawing their last 2 matches to Aston Villa and Sheffield United. So just a Man City win here. That's all I can see, especially at the Etihad. 3-1 to Man City.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm going to go for the same scoreline as you. I am going for 3-1. Man City do seem to be shipping goals, conceding another goal last night away against Burnley. Good victory though. Manchester United only lost once in their last 6 fixtures, and this is the Manchester derby, so maybe Manchester United will turn up, but I don't think they got the players at the moment. Pogba still injured. I think he's out in Miami or somewhere in Florida, recuperating. Correct me if I'm wrong, their viewers. But straightforward 3-1 victory to the Blue Half of Manchester in this one. Next up, we got the first of the Sunday fixtures, which takes place at Villa Park, and we see Aston Villa against Leicester City, second in the league at the moment, on a superb run of form at the moment.
Fantastic, Jamie Vardy.
Yeah, Jamie Vardy, absolutely fantastic at the moment. They're playing Watford this evening, so
that'll be another 3 points easily.
You would think that's going to be another 3 points in this one. Away against Aston Villa. Aston Villa do like to score goals. They find themselves in 15th position at the moment. Last time out, they got a creditable 2-2 draw against Manchester United, and prior to that, they had a good solid win against Newcastle. In this one, though, Leicester, you can't back against them at the moment, and I'm going to go for a 3-1 victory to the Foxes.
Interesting. I can actually see Leicester keeping a clean sheet in this one. I really don't think Villa will score.
Yeah, they don't concede that many goals, do they?
Yeah, I know, exactly. And Leicester having the best defensive record in the league. And Villa, well, they do score. Villa do score goals. I mean, they've already scored 21 goals this season, which is the highest goal tally outside the top
11. Yeah,
or the top 10 outside the top 10. So yeah, I even though they have that good sort of attacking record, I can just see Leicester with their best defence cancelling them out and getting a clean sheet here. So I think it's going to be a positive 2-0 Leicester victory, probably with 2 Vardy goals. Next up, we've got Newcastle versus Southampton. Now, Southampton, 18th position, getting a good victory over Watford, getting their first victory in the last 6 matches, I believe, after they went on that horrific run of form. Newcastle, 14th position, cagey run of form, but at St James's Park, Newcastle seem to always win there and then have terrible away records and just can't do anything on the road. And I can definitely see Newcastle winning 2-1 with Southampton continuing to struggle.
Yeah, Danny Ings getting amongst the goals at the moment, scoring in his last few matches. But difficult one to predict, this one. I think Newcastle at home though should be strong. Southampton, last couple of matches they've picked up a victory and a draw, but at home I think Newcastle are going to nick this one ever so slightly. I'm going to go for a 2-1 win to the Magpies and send the Toon Army home happy on Sunday. Next up, we got Norwich, second from bottom, up against Sheffield United, who are having a tremendous season at the moment, only losing 3 matches campaign and only conceding 13 goals as well, which is, I think that's something the third best defensive record in the Premier League this season. They are going on a little bit of they're not on a winning streak at the moment. They've drawn 4 of their last 5 matches, so difficult one. Norwich seem to be playing a little bit better than they have. Pookie Party, well, it's more of the after party, because I think he's scored a goal or 2 and an assist in recent games, so I'm going to go for a draw in this one. I think Norwich at home, a little bit more confident there at Carrow Road, so I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw in this fixture.
I completely disagree with you. I think Sheffield United, especially with their away form, I don't think they've actually lost away this season.
No, they haven't.
We do keep repeating that, but Norwich being able to get a good win away against Everton, who are struggling at the moment, and then Arsenal, who haven't won in God knows how long. I can just see with Sheffield United's strong form and with the talent that they have and what a good job Christian Walder's doing, I can see Sheffield United going to Carrow Road and winning 2-0. Pookie Party's over. Next up, we got Brighton versus Wolves. Now, Brighton dropping down to 16th, losing their last 3 matches on the bounce, whereas Wolves up to 5th, doing extremely well, 20 points, haven't lost in their last 6 or 7 matches, I believe, and while Wolves do draw an awful lot of games, and while they are managing to actually survive in the Europa League and not absolutely get murdered like Burnley were the season before, I can actually see them going down to the Amex and getting a narrow 1-0 victory, with Brighton's losing streak continuing.
Yeah, I think they have been losing. They've lost the last 3 games, but I don't think that tells the whole story. I think performance-wise, they've been doing okay, just giving away silly goals really, and not scoring enough at the other end. But performing well, but not getting the results. And Wolves only losing 2 matches this season, which I think is the second best record in the division, along with Leicester. I think they're going to narrowly win this one. I think they'll concede, but I'm going to go for a 2-1 away victory to Wolves in this one. And the final fixture of the weekend takes place on Monday evening, and that's between West Ham against Arsenal in an all-London affair. West Ham, they've had a very bad run of results of late, and last up, of course, they did have that good victory, which was an away victory against Chelsea. They're in action this evening against Wolves, so we'll see how that goes. We'll probably have a quick look before we end this video as well, see if there's any scores. But in this one, Arsenal terrible. I'm not sure if Lundberg has got the capabilities, especially with that defence, to turn things around.
Should go back to the way modelling, definitely.
Maybe, but I'm actually going to go for a West Ham win in this one. Arsenal can't buy a victory at the moment, so I'm going to go for a 2-1 victory to the Happy Hammers in this one.
Interesting. Yeah, I agree. I don't think he's up for the job. I think he's good temporarily, especially to get the players back their passion, which they really lacked under Unai Goodevening Emery. But I can see West Ham gain another victory against the top 6. They're often good against the top 6. Good old West Ham, and their form is often like a roller coaster. They always lose a ton of matches on the trot, and then they'll win loads and then lose loads. So it's really like a roller coaster for them. But I can see them definitely getting back on that winning patch, winning 1-0, and Arsenal's problems will continue to happen, and I think they're going to struggle to get a new manager in as well. So
interesting. Well, this is being recorded live while there's Premier League matches going on Amazon, of course, for the first time ever. And Manchester United have actually just taken the lead against Tottenham. Marcus Rashford scoring the goals and Southampton scoring as well. Is it Ings?
It is
Ings. Danny Ings has scored. This is all hot off the press as well. Whether these scores, mate, will probably change as well.
And this is 24th minute in, by the way, as well.
Wolves are also winning as well. Dendoncker has scored there as well. I don't think he gets that too many goals. But as it happens,
See the
guys. So that concludes our predictions for week 16 of this, the 2019-2020 Premier League season. As usual, I'm going to leave a template of the fixtures in the description. All you need to do is copy and paste them into your comment, and like the previous winner, who I can't remember, it might Dave or somebody last week, or Lazarus Munger, you could get a shout out in the video. But yeah, make sure you leave your comments for a shout out in the next video. But for now, before we go, Nathan, is there anything you'd like to add, football related or not football related?
There's another manager been sacked. Who's going to be the next to go?
I don't know. Everton manager Silva.
Marco Silva.
Possibly. We'll see. If he loses tonight, that kicks off in about 15 minutes time now, then we'll see. But if they lose on Saturday and he's still there, then it's probably going to be bye-bye, because they are teetering on those relegation
spots. Yeah, I did predict it in my prediction earlier, but Marco Silva sacked after the game this weekend. I don't think he could go after the derby, because obviously it's because of how well Liverpool have been playing. But if they lose on the weekend to Chelsea at home, then I definitely think Silva will be shown the door.
Yeah, and Pellegrini, I think he's a little bit precarious. They're losing this evening at the moment.
Pellegrini's safe.
They're losing against Wolves, and if they lose against Arsenal, then we'll see what happens. But yes, thanks for watching as usual, guys. Remember to comment, as I've already said, and we'll see you in the next video.
Cheers.